Well, hello. It is Wednesday, January 6th. Pastor David here for the daily devotional, recorded devotional. Today's a special day because today is the day of Epiphany. We had the 12 days of Christmas, which went from Christmas Day to January 5th. And then on the 6th, we have Epiphany, which commemorates the coming of the wise men who finally made it to Bethlehem. It took them a while to get there, so it is a separate holiday for them. And so our devotional is going to be the last of our times here at the Bethlehem stable construction that we've been doing over the countdown to Christmas. And so today we have the joy of seeing all the different stables that various folks have created. But first, our memory verse for the week. Psalm 16:11. You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forever. Psalm 16:11. Now we are also in the new series of the Beatitudes, and I've asked us all to read the Beatitudes once each day this week. So let's do that first before we do the rest of our devotional. So Matthew 5, 1 through 12. Now when Jesus saw the crowds, he went up a mountain. He sat down, and his disciples came to him. He taught them, saying, Blessed are people who are hopeless, because the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Blessed are people who grieve, because they will be made glad. Blessed are the people who are humble, because they will inherit the earth. Blessed are people who are hungry and thirsty for righteousness, because they will be fed until they are full. Blessed are people who show mercy, because they will receive mercy. Blessed are people who have pure hearts, because they will see God. Blessed are people who make peace, because they will be called God's children. Blessed are people who live lives whose lives are harassed because they are righteous, because the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Blessed are you when people insult you and harass you and speak all kinds of bad and false things about you, all because of me. Be full of joy and be glad, because you have a great reward in heaven. In the same way, people harass the prophets who came before you. Well, we are now celebrating Epiphany today, and we are getting the wise men into our nativity sets. So if you still decorate for Christmas, I hope still have your nativity up. Now is to make sure you have the wise men in your nativities. For the star appeared on Christmas Day, the wise men saw it in the east, and then it took them a while to actually get there. We're going to, and the story I'm going to read for us here. When you hear this story from Matthew chapter 2, I want you to listen for how the wise men, when they came to Bethlehem, went to the house where Jesus was staying. By that time, they had moved into a house, probably a relative in Bethlehem. And also it says the word there for the child means toddler in the Greek. So the child is older, probably 6 months maybe, we don't know. But as we read the story, and you hear the story of the wise men coming, we're going to have the images of the various stables that you have created. So I'm really excited about seeing all the work that we have done together. So let's hear the story and see the nativities. Matthew 2, 1-2. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in the territory of Judea during the rule of King Herod, Magi came from the east to Jerusalem. They asked, Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We've seen his star in the east, and we've come to honor him. When King Herod heard this, he was troubled, and everyone in Jerusalem was troubled with him. He gathered all the chief priests and the legal experts and asked them where the Christ was to be born. They said, In Bethlehem of Judea, for this is what the prophet Micah wrote, You, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means the least among the rulers of Judah, because from you will come the one who governs, who will shepherd my people Israel. When Herod secretly called for the Magi and found out from them when and what time the star had first appeared, he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, Go and search carefully for the child. When you found him, report to me so that I too may go and honor him. When they heard the king, they went, and look, the star they had seen in the east again went ahead of them till it stood over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with Mary his mother. Falling to their knees, they honored him. Then they opened their treasure chests and presented him the gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Because they were warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they went back to their own country by another route. Well, it was so fun to see all the different stables that we have created, and each of these, I enjoyed seeing them, and each time, all the professions of who Jesus is have shown through our nativities and proclaimed the true meaning of Christmas. So good job, everyone. Well done on the stables. And we're going to leave them up yet for today, and then tomorrow we can take down our stables, and we're into the season of Epiphany, season of light, season of truth, and the season of growing in our Savior whom we have greeted. So as we go forward into the new year, may the light of Jesus, born at Christmas, light your way forward, give you his blessing, and keep you seeking him more. Keep calm and carry God. And one last time, Merry Christmas.